my first year, we get there, we get through the gate, and the first thing I see at Burning Man, my first impression of a camp at Burning Man, the first kind of organized camp I saw, was a very belligerent camp. They had signs all over their camp that said, "Keep out, stay out, we hate you, we will kill you." Messages of that nature, very unfriendly, unwelcoming kinds of the messages in this camp. And I didn't know at the time that was not representative of the kinds of camps at Burning Man. It was like a kind of a punker camp. I have no idea if they were being ironic or what, but maybe frat boys or whatnot. There's all kinds of people. But anyway, that was my first impression of camps at Burning Man, and so I kind of was wary. I was apprehensive. But then we get there, we set up camp, long story short, and then we go out onto the playa, onto the Esplanade. And the Esplanade is a word, it's in French, that means like the main boardwalk, main drag. It's actually, Esplanade is a boardwalk along the ocean. But in this case, it's a playa. It's what would be an ocean. It's a lake bed. But anyway, Esplanade is the main drag. And we see lots of cool things along there. We are seeing dance clubs, we're seeing chill spaces, lots of things I'll talk about. But the thing that really caught my attention, the thing that sticks out of my memory as kind of a shocker, well, there was this roller coaster, a giant U-shaped roller coaster. If you can picture that, like a giant U rising up into the sky with these two towers. And they would have this car, like an egg-shaped ovular car, a cylinder car, and they would strap somebody in there, and then they would pull them up one of the sides of this U shape, pull them up one side, and then they would let it go, and this U would just, this egg shape would just roll down the U and up the other side, and then back, and as it went back, it would spin. So this person inside was being spun as they went up and down this U a couple times, up and down a few times, until the momentum just kind of ran out, and then they would stop in the middle, and they would get a new rider. And as this was happening, there was heavy metal music playing. There were this is a giant camp with these spikes shooting up in the air. There were these flame torches that would constantly spout off. There were go-go cages, women in like this leather gear, dancing. It was so fascinating. It was this giant crowd of fun just watching the spectacle of this happening. And this was one of my first impressions of giant Burning Man playa installations.